So, hi, welcome to Juice Podcast. I'm Guen Douglas.
I'm Emily Harmon.
And today we're joined by...
Just by chance.
Just by chance.
That's
Walking
your name.
By. Today that's your name for now.
Nicola Sessa. Sessa?
Not just Nicola.
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 The
The very
artist
famous
formerly
Nic-
known
yeah.
as...
Briefmarken Weine.
So,
Maybe
Well-
he skate crashed our Italian episode, but it's perfect because this means we have to Google less and we can just ask him. So today's episode we're doing,
Italian white wines.
and we tried to pick some stuff that was,
Well, Gwen and I chose a bottle each.
yes,
And we thought we'd do an episode on Italian white wine because often Italian red wines always get the limelight. And actually there's some very interesting white wine produced in Italy. And also ageable white wine being produced in Italy. Everybody thinks, long aging red wines. But things like Cortese from Gavi aged quite well. Timorasso, not too bad with the aging. Obviously I've bought a wine from Etna. I think they can hold up. And Verdicchio. And that's
Like
Cennina.
a new chapter of Timorasso.
Yeah.
Now they are long like for 10, 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. And before were just like 2 or 3 producers making Timorasso. Now it's expanding. Because even more family having these very old wines, now they can work with that, and they just realize that they can sell like a Chablis or Bourgogne wine with bottle that can reach like 60, 70, 80 euros per bottle. But it's really something that you can blind test and say, what is that?
yeah, amazing.
Yes.
Timorasso,
Yeah,
what else?
cool.
Yeah. It's got it's got good personality. It's got its own identity.
Yeah.
Its ageability. Because before it was, who was it? Walter Massa. You'd see, and then who was the other producer making some
Exactly, as
Timorasso?
Massa is it's like the champion of Timorasso because he was the first one believing in it, starting to invest because Timorasso before like 15 years aging of wines is nothing. You cannot drink it. So he was the first one investing a lot of money, waiting for that. Like actually should be always for wine.
Yeah.
So thanks to Massa, Walter Massa, actually Timorasso is back to the chronicles and to the...
And then like Coppi and also like Claudio Mariotta as well.
Yeah, Mariotta is I like him like an artist now. It's like if you talk of Raffaello in the art that's changing from the old part of the art, from the classic art to the connection with holy art and sacred art and like what is today modern art. So this is like the connection.
Yeah.
Mariotta is fantastic from this point of view.
Have you ever tried the Romagna Timorasso?
Yeah, of course.
I've still not tried that wine. I really want to try it.
I tried,
Bloody expensive.
but I think that is like kind of Ferrari things that is beautiful, it's very powerful, but I think Romagna is Romagna, but it's a bit like when you drink some of this very overpriced Barbaresco that is out of every kind of the world. But yeah, still very good. But I stick with very old traditional Timorasso wine producer.
Yeah. So today we've got 2 wines. I reckon we should start off. We'll start in the north and work down south, maybe.
Alrighty, so we start with my pick.
Yeah.
As I said to Emily, I got the one with the dog on it.
When she said that, I was like, which wine label is that? Because there's quite a few labels with dogs on. But
I think it's a weird label.
Yeah.
I quite like it, even though
Yeah,
it's
but
quite
it's weird, like
it's weird, but
like
I like
Stefano Bellotti is actually.
Yes.
Have you never met him?
No, I never. Well, no, and now I never will because he's dead now. Unfortunately, he died last year.
Bellotti?
Yeah, Stefano Bellotti.
Really?
Cancer. He didn't tell anybody. He was
Yesterday?
seriously ill. No, not yesterday. Last year.
Sorry, last year.
Yesterday.
No,
Oh no.
Too much wine, is it?
Yeah, no, he died last year. He didn't tell anybody he was terminally ill. Didn't take any treatment, and he died. I think in his vines.
treatment?
Yeah.
I'm so drippy too.
Wow, this is like very tough for me because actually for me it was like we met many times actually, but I didn't know that he died actually.
I also.
Yeah, I was like the big priest of the natural wine in Piedmont. I don't know if you watched the Jonathan Noster documentary.
No.
Yeah, you should watch this documentary of Noster.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Natural Resistance.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
it was one of the 4
Yeah.
main
Bumming a little
characters.
Yeah, so there's a documentary by Jonathan Nossiter who did Mondovino. He, we'll get to that. He did, his second one was called Natural Resistance, and it was focusing on 4 natural producers in Italy. One was Stefano, and the other one was it La Distesa in
Stefano,
Marco?
the other one was Pascina
Pascina,
in Tuscany,
and
was
also
the
La Stoppa, no?
La Scopa with Armani and Armani the wine, the enologue, and
What's
the fourth
her-
one
yeah.
was
La Distesa, Marche.
La Distesa, yeah, Corradi.
Yeah.
Corradi,
With the curly
doctor,
hair,
yeah, the doctor.
Really interesting. He's on there and he's amazing. Actually, when you I mean, anyway, he doesn't look super well in, like, he doesn't look super out, but he's very outspoken, and actually he's one of the real people that closing scene with him. Like, he sort of touches you in a way.
Yeah, but
it
he
really
was
comes
the-
across.
Stefan was the real philosopher of this kind and the strong man of that. Actually, when they presented this movie to the Berlinale in 2011, I think. Yeah,
I think it was later than that.
So Stefano was the spokesman person.
Okay.
Because he was like the most like farmer man, the very rude one, but also with, like, you know, we said always big shoes, fine brain, and it was exactly this.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, he was quite articulate as well, and
because
very
he was
precise.
a farmer, but still with the brain was very,
Sharp.
and very with the words. So, for instance, Corrado Dottori is like very well educated from Bocconi, highest school in Italy, like, I don't know if you say Yale in the United States, but still the Spitzignan was Stefano Bellotto.
Amazing.
Yeah. Very interesting. But the wine here, Filagnotti, that's how you'd say it, right?
Yeah.
Filagnotti, 2016 from Cascina degli
Ulivi,
yes, sorry.
Olive
Thank God
tree.
we've got
Degli
someone
Ulivi,
to
yeah.
Olive tree.
Olive tree.
Yeah.
And so they were in the southern part of Piemonte, right, on the border of Liguria, I thought.
Exactly,
And-
it's Colli Tortonesi.
Yes.
That's also like the area of Timorasso,
Yes.
actually. That
Okay.
is like on the border. Because it's interesting that you have like in the evening this salty wind from the sea. But the good land of Piedmont, it's like this fantastic mix of.
Terroir, yeah. And so coming from there, and the story with the winery is also that essentially they were squatters, weren't they?
Yeah.
They didn't own the land; they were squatting. So apparently,
yeah.
someone had to be there at all times to maintain
Make sure
squatting
that-
rights on the land.
Amazing.
And then it's crazy how like these white roads, like that was like the border, you can see the difference how they were treating the earth. So the Stefano earth was like very fresh, soft, brown
Yeah.
earth. So the neighbors using all these kind of shitty chemistry things was like crunchy, white, like anemic.
Yeah.
So it's nice. So, what do you think of this wine, Gwen? Do you like it?
I do.
Yeah.
It does taste like buttered popcorn at the end.
Yeah.
It tastes like the Jelly Belly
Yeah, but this
popcorn
is
version.
this is
of
exactly
popcorn.
like the signature of.
Okay.
So, and this is like the top Gavi.
So it's 100% Cortese. I like it. It's got almost a smokiness to it.
Yeah, there's something popcorn made over an open fire. There we go.
Yeah, but with this sweet popcorn.
Yes.
Sugar.
That's why I said it tastes like the Jelly Belly
Yeah.
jelly bean version of buttered popcorn.
I think this is a wine because obviously it's cloudy, it's unfined, unfiltered. There's obviously no sulphur. There is a touch of this yeasty, almost mousy finish.
Yes, that's
So-
what I was.
I know.
She saw me make the face, and she said, "In a minute, we'll get to that."
I also told you because I spilt some on my skin. I could smell it on the skin before, but
So there is a.
there's a little bit of bacteria thing at the end. But I think if you drank it quick enough,
Yeah. No, but it's like a topic about natural wine because it's like, from cheese.
Yeah.
If you don't have bacteria,
Yeah.
how you can develop like the fermentation
Exactly.
and things.
You need it.
And this is like one of the topics from also La Scopa because it was not like totally clean
Yeah,
and
their wines are
and
never-
is, yeah,
No.
but
It's part
and
of
the point
fun
is,
of it.
have you never seen the cellar like
Yeah.
what was like 50 years ago?
That's interesting. I think, I mean, I like the wine though. I like that it's almost got this saltiness to it. It's not like, this is not a wine for people that like fruity wines.
No.
This is for a wine people that like wines that have this sort of savoury sweet
So I'm
thing going
curious
on.
now because we have another bottle at home that we're going to open later today. So now I'd be curious to.
The same wine?
Yeah, same wine.
Just take that one.
I'm going to take it home
Yeah,
and then have a little try of both. Yeah, it's very nice.
I think it would be a wine that would probably keep quite well as well.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Very nice, Gwen.
Yeah, thanks.
Lovely.
Thank God.
So Cortese is the grape variety for that we see in Gavi, and it's funny because I think particularly for English people, they drink a lot of Gavi de Gavi, and they don't. It's something that's drunk quite young, where I think actually the Gavi has quite and Cortese has quite a good. You can drink them quite easily within 10, 15
Yeah,
years.
this is, yeah.
So I bought one of my favourite wines
And
from
also
one of
mine.
my really.
May I say, yeah.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, this is-
So Ante Etna Bianco from Ecostodi 2014. So this is a white from Etna, which is predominantly with Caricante, and I believe there's a little bit of Minella.
What does it mean, Ante?
Opposite. Ante?
Ante means before,
Yes.
but actually it's like the opposite of Etna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
See?
Read from right to the left.
Yes, all right.
But ante, it's Latin word.
Meaning.
It's like before, yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice. It smells
Let's have a little-
delicious.
So 70% Caricante with Minella and Gracanico, and the Elbush vines, obviously, sandy volcanic soil, and it's just 12 months in still vats.
And we are here above like 600, 700 meters
Yeah, it's
above
well,
the sea level.
later, so it's actually 850 to 1,200. It says
So you
this
see,
vineyard.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, crazy.
because the top is the Aurora wine.
From
Okay.
I Vigneri.
Yeah, that is
That's
like
amazing.
Salvo 40. That's more, but Salvo 40 takes also this.
Yeah, because it's got
Yeah.
the I
The
Vigneri.
consortium
Yeah.
that is from Etna region plus Lipari. That is like an island just in front of Sicily from this
On
Aeolian.
above Palermo, Lipari. You know, on the Aeolian
They're more
Islands, so near
Messina,
Stromboli
more
and stuff.
Messina, yeah. And because they are all volcanic islands, so they put together this consortium from 1435, but then was destroyed from the Arabic invasion because they were against wine, so was cancelled from it. It is one of the oldest wine consortium in the world, actually probably the oldest one, and then was destroyed by the Arabic Imori when the Maori arrived
Yes.
to the Sicily. That
I guess that's the Moorish,
they
right?
were,
Moors, yeah.
they were Muslims, of course,
Yeah.
against this. Everything was destroyed, and then Salvo 40 we built this kind of consortium with winemakers, and also Lipari is the only one extra Etna, because Lipari is also volcanic soil, so, and they were together with this, so they have the same bottle. I don't know if you ever drank this Pietra Pomice.
Yeah, I've tried them with the little
Bianco,
grey
yes.
and white labels.
Genau.
Yeah.
Or this Corinto wine that is amazing, and it's also interesting that they use
The little owl.
that. What is that?
It's a little owl.
It's like the Athens
Okay.
symbol.
Oh, the symbol of Athens.
Yeah.
Yes, the symbol,
Yeah.
I guess, from the Rome.
Athena.
Ah.
Yeah,
From
because
the ancient Greeks.
yeah,
spreading
because
all
at the time Catania, that at the ancient Greek was called, ancient time was called Catana, was Athens allied. Syracuse was Spartans,
Okay.
and actually, you know, the Greek Athens Empire fall down in Syracuse, but this is because Catania that was around the Etna terroir. This is the Athena
Oh, that's super interesting. I
connection.
didn't
Oh,
know
that's
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, Salvo 40 I visited in December when we did the trip to Sicily, and it was amazing. Like, I've never sat in a winery where I just wanted to keep asking questions and keep learning from him. He's a really fascinating, interesting man who grew up basically on the volcano. He learnt winemaking when there used to be an enology school in Catania. It's now closed, and he learnt from his grandfather in the vines. And I kept begging. I was like saying, "Can I come and do harvest with you next, like in 2019? Would that work?" And he's like, "No, I don't let anyone come in." And I kept asking questions, and at the end, he was like, "Maybe."
Right,
he's like, maybe I'll let you pick, but we'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. So I was like,
"Oh, that's cool."
I was like, "Just a day." I was like, "I'll just come for a day," and he was like,
I'll just carry the buckets, like anything.
Yeah, did we mention how old the wines are?
No, I don't know.
The vines, I think
Or
40
about-
to 80.
Yeah, about 80 years old, yeah.
So Ecostodi's on the north side of the
Yeah,
mountain,
yeah,
that sort of thing, whereas Evanieri,
Yeah.
the main family estate, is on the east side, so you can see the sea.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the north side's probably the most famous sort of
Yeah, exactly.
terroir
That
for
is like it's like a nonsense because
Yeah.
people think that north side is where the sun is,
Okay.
but the most noble part of Etna is the north side.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because especially with this, and then it's also the temperature is. You have this crazy excursion when you are about like 800, 600, 1,000 meters. In the night you have this like 5 degrees, 6 degrees, and during the day 30 degrees.
Very fresh and
Yeah, exactly.
delicious.
Yeah.
This is a kind of
It's like
of wine.
ocean spray.
This is the wine that, because of that, you can wait like 20 years to
Yeah.
drink this, and it's still like some Riesling here,
Yeah.
actually, from the Rheingau.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of concept. So you
So,
can
somewhere
drink-
between like Riesling and Burgundy.
Yeah, exactly. So this wine, actually, I know this 2014 like my child, because I started to drink it from the very first day.
Okay.
I'm drinking now after 5 years, so it's totally another.
So we do
sport.
this by the glass at Michelberger. We've been doing it for about
It's
3
amazing.
months. Yeah.
It's very nice.
It's amazing. What you
Definitely.
drink now and what I remember from this wine 2 or 3 years ago, it's totally different. So
Yeah, what I love about it is this.
now it's starting to develop this kind of elegance, this
Yes.
minerality, fresh that before was just like acidity or like nice to drink, but now it's becoming like a nice girl,
very
like a
Well, because it's got this very high acidity and this like mineral core where it's like saline and smoky, but then you've got this like these honey
It's
notes
like tropical kind of
and this
lychee fruit.
sweeter.
Kinda.
Yeah,
It's really lovely.
I don't find it so. I don't. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. I find
I'm
it
trying to
more.
pinpoint what fruit it would.
Yeah, I get like
No,
peachy
also I
or
would
white
say
pear
flowers.
or white.
also the jasmine is coming,
Yeah,
you know,
jasmine,
the white
100%.
flowers. It's,
It's really
It's
nice.
like jasmine, almond,
yeah.
honey.
This is Sicily.
Yeah.
Almond,
Yeah.
jasmine, honey. It's
Yeah, it's all
Sicily.
the.
It's very easy, and this is like the wine when the wine is like expression of terroir of
of a place.
what is
and everything.
wow, and
Pure.
the nose also it's amazing.
Yeah, it smells really, really good.
I mean, so to think this wine is almost 5 years of age, or at least from when it was picked, so 4.5, and it still feels like a baby. It'd be interesting to take it out again in a few years' time and see what it's like.
So now
We had this
no,
at
no one
Magnum's
can make
at
like a
Barclay.
trick or take or like cheat Emily about wine, but if I could just smell this wine, I could say that is a French wine.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Chablis.
'cause I-
It's almost got a
Yeah,
Chablis
totally.
quality to it.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. But this white flower, it's all
It's really nice.
so.
But like
just makes
also
ocean
like-
breeze.
and I think
Yeah.
ocean breeze, and I think of like the skin of citrus.
Yeah. Yeah, it just has this
Like,
like.
wax lemon sort of.
There's just something of like a hot day and a cool breeze. So we picked a couple of whites that you've just heard us talk about because we think that sometimes there's not enough focus on some delicious Italian whites. The reds get all the glory.
Yes.
So we'd love to hear what your favorite Italian whites are. What do you eat them with? What are you drinking right now? What do you have in
Any
your
questions
fridge?
you have
We'd love to hear it all. You can find us on Instagram at juice.podcast.
on Twitter at juice_podcast.
You can pick up a snazzy tote bag at juice.show. So we'd love to thank Nicola for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Grazie a voi.
until
Grazie a
next
voi.
week.
Till next week.